Hello, my name is Karina and this is my perfume map. Today I wanted to talk about some pumpkin perfumes and things that I think go well with pumpkin perfumes. It's kind of early probably for pumpkin, but we definitely got almost cold here. This morning when I woke up it was in the 40s, which is pretty like chilly. Like when I touched the floor I was like, oh, my feet are cold. And I don't mind 40-degree weather. Like I think if that was as cold as it got like during the winter, like I would be fine because I'm good in jeans and like a hoodie and maybe a hat. But anyway, I think it's also like a good time to like buy pumpkin perfumes if you're going to, because I don't know, like I just feel like pumpkin seems so appealing in October and possibly November. So I just wanted to talk about a few of these, and I've worn a few of them recently, and I was like, oh yeah, it's so nice when you pull out a perfume and it smells different because the weather has changed. I have been trying out some different fragrances. I actually went out and like physically like tried some out. Like I went into Ulta, and then there's a new store right in my neighborhood called Blue Mercury, and it's not just perfume. It's kind of like, I think it's like just like niche beauty, but the perfumes they had were like the Harmonist, DS and Durga, they had Killian, they had Parfums de Marly, they had Lake and Sky, they had Beau. Yeah, so I tried one by the Harmonist. I tried Moon Glory, and that was the one I liked the most. It was very like sweet, kind of tuberosy honey, but then also like powdery and sandalwoody. After I like sniffed it for a while, I realized it does remind me of like if you took Scandal and Chanel No. 5, it kind of smelled like that. And then I tried Dirty Peach by Heretic Perfumes, and that kind of smelled like a green peach smell. And then I tried Wilhelm Parfumerie Poets of Berlin, which just smelled like somebody spilled a fruit smoothie at the lumberyard. I don't know. Anyway, of all of those, I really liked Moon Glory. But when I looked it up, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like $350 for like a 50 ml on FragranceNet. And it was weird because I was reading the reviews and people were saying like, oh, this is like the most unique fragrance I have. And I'm like, there is like a lot of Chanel No. 5 in this, plus like something like Scandal. So anyway, it got me kind of interested in like pulling out those perfumes and like revisiting what I have. I just love like smelling something that I'm like, oh, this is pretty good, and it's really expensive, and I already like have some stuff. So anyway, I'll kind of tie that in. And okay, so when you're thinking about pumpkin perfumes, there's not that many in designer or even niche. There's just not, but there's a ton in indie perfumes and Bath and Body Works. Like Bath and Body Works probably just, I don't know, like they're just cornering that pumpkin market. And then if you want something that's a little more like a little less gourmand, sometimes you can go with indie brands. But anyway, I just want to talk about some of them I've been wearing. I sprayed this one even on my husband to see like how it was on him. And this is just a really good gourmand. This is very, very sweet, cakey vanilla mostly, but also some pumpkin spice. There's something very fall-like about it. If you like gourmands, I just think Bath & Body Works has done a really good job. It's a little bit too gourmand for me. I think I'll only wear this at home because I just am kind of shy about smelling like cake and stuff in public. I don't know why. I just kind of like, I don't want people to look at me because of my perfume. I know that sounds, some people are the exact opposite. They love to turn heads. If you love to turn heads, I definitely think this one will do it. Very sweet, very cake. There's not a lot of spice, but there is something kind of pumpkin-y. Something kind of, let's see, what does it say it has? It has pumpkin puree, caramel toffee, and creamy vanilla. I sometimes think that pumpkin is really like sandalwood in some of these perfumes. And the next one is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. And this is one of my favorite Bath & Body Works fragrances. I can't like really describe what it smells like. I think that's why I like it. It is like kind of like, there is kind of like a pumpkin yogurty thing going on, but that makes it kind of smell fresh to me. Some people really don't like that about it. This one says it has pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow. I need to put my glasses on. This is ridiculous. Sometimes I like reply to comments without my glasses. If you've ever gotten one of those, I apologize. Toasted marshmallow, creamy sandalwood, praline musk. Definitely there's some muskiness. It's just like a more earthy, even the marshmallow, it's like really toned down, but it's like, it just smooths it all out. It just makes it smell like fluffy. It's like a fluffy smelling pumpkin latte. And I don't get coffee or anything. And I actually love pairing this one, and all of these actually go really, really well with Jovan Musk. I don't know why, because the Jovan Musk is like floral and aldehydes and musk. But there's something smooth and soapy, but it goes really good with pumpkin. So if you haven't ever tried combining some of these Bath & Body Works with this one, like, I totally recommend it. The next one I have is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, and this is one that, like, when I like it, I love it, and when I'm not in the mood for it, I kind of think it smells like bitter or something. It says Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, but it's actually kind of dry smelling to me. Like, I get almost like an app. It's like an apple cinnamon fragrance if the apple wasn't sweet at all. That's kind of what it smells like to me. And this is Heirloom Pumpkin, Autumn Cinnamon, Ginger Snap, Whipped Vanilla. Maybe it's the ginger. And I've said this before, and people like do not agree with me, but it does remind me of Khamrah by Latte. If Khamrah by Latte wasn't like absolutely the sweetest thing I've ever smelled, it would smell a lot like Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. This just doesn't have a really sweet note to it, but it smells good. It smells fresh. Maybe it's the ginger, but it's a lot of cinnamon. So I've said before that sometimes cinnamon gives me kind of a trashy vibe, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think it's like a weird scent memory of maybe somebody who sprayed like a lot of cinnamon room air freshener or something. But like cinnamon sometimes smells like it's masking like cigarettes to me or something. So like I have to be in the mood for a cinnamon pumpkin or cinnamon fragrance, but I do like it. I even kind of like it in a trashy way. Like, it's strange. Like, I just like scents. But anyway, there's a lot of people who would not say this smells trashy. They would just say it smells good. There's some people who don't like it. But I think it's really good. I don't know if Bath & Body Works still has this, but it's definitely like a great fall fragrance. The next one, well, okay, I'll show you this again, because I just really want to say that I think that this Honeycomb one is absolutely like a fall kind of pumpkin-ish fragrance. Maybe it's not exactly pumpkin, but it would pair well with anything pumpkin. Like this body cream here, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. I don't know if Bath & Body Works is bringing this fragrance back. And I kind of hope they do, because I would really like to smell the fragrance mist. When I first got this lotion, I thought it was just too buttery smelling to me, but it has totally grown on me. I'm going to put a little bit on. You know what? This one went bad. Oh my gosh. I was just about to say, and I don't think that Bath & Body Works stuff goes bad. This is like separated. Let me see if I can. Ooh. I won't show it to you because it doesn't look very appealing. It still smells perfect. It doesn't smell bad at all. But yeah, it's separated. Oh, that's crazy. I really, really have thought that, like, I don't know why people keep saying these go bad. Yeah, this separated. This is kind of old, to be fair, but I keep it like in a dark. I keep all my my creams like this in like a trunk. So, ooh. Well, if they bring it back, I guess I'll get another one. But I know this isn't bad because this is Trader Joe's pumpkin body butter. Do you ever buy this? If you haven't bought it this year, I bet you they're already out. This sells out really quick. But this is, I think, the first Trader Joe's body butter that like really people went crazy for. And it's really, really good because it's just pumpkin-y. It's not like pumpkin spice. It might have a little bit of spiciness, but it's really subtle, but it definitely smells like pumpkin. And it's also a very nice body butter, as long as you don't go crazy. I have found that if I like put way too much on, I can kind of rub it off. Like it will kind of like bead up on my skin, you know. It has to be like a smooth layer. And you know, Trader Joe's, like, they do kind of avoid like preservatives and stuff in their foods, at least. And I feel like their lotions are like a little bit more on the natural side. So like the shea butter, I find with like shea butter and even coconut oil, like sometimes it can kind of like, you know what I mean? It can kind of like ball up if you just like, you can almost like rub it off, like as if you're like rubbing glue off your skin or something. That doesn't make it sound very good, but it goes really good with all of these. And the next one I want to show you is Together Weather again, and this isn't pumpkin at all, but this is Blushing Breeze Sugar Cardamom Soft Cedar. It goes really well with other pumpkin fragrances. Like I have some indie fragrances back here, and I wore Together Weather with that one. Oh, this one, Pumpkin Latte by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab will come out with a lot of Halloween type of fragrances. I don't know if they've done it yet. I don't really keep up with them because it's just one of those fragrance houses that people are really, really super fans of, and they just put out a lot of stuff, and I find it confusing, and I'm like, I don't go through. Oh, this is really good though. This is also kind of subtle. This has like a definite espresso note, not as much spice. There's some spice, but this goes really good with Together Weather because Together Weather has the cardamom and the cedar. This is a good combination. And another good combination with Together Weather and another great fall fragrance that I just started wearing again is Khamrah by Latte. I only wear 1 or 2 sprays of this. I know there's people that like love to overspray. I think overspraying this one would be bad manners. I just do. And you know, that's not me telling you what to do. That's just me telling you like my like feelings and preferences on it. And I'll tell you a little story. I go to kind of a bougie dentist, and the reason why I'm calling him bougie is because he's like a very like it's considered to be like the best dentist in my city, but he does like a lot of cosmetic dentistry. So a lot of times when I go in there, there will be somebody having like cosmetic, like dental work, and like, I don't know how to explain this, but like I can tell like it's not like a routine dental visit, because sometimes, you know, I can hear like the dentist like telling him like, okay, we can do this in like 6 visits. Anyway, there was a man in there getting, I think, something like that done. This sounds so convoluted. But anyway, he was wearing angel share. I know it was angel share. And I mean, he was wearing a ton of angel share. I was like, at first when I walked in there, I was like, what is that? Like, why? I have never noticed like my dentist putting out like potpourri or something, right? And as I walked towards the back, it was getting stronger and stronger. And it was definitely coming from the room where this gentleman was having dental work done. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that is like probably the worst pick for like a long day at the dentist, because it was crazy. It was filling up the whole place. Even like when the hygienists like walked by me, like it was kind of soaking into their clothes. Like there was like a breeze of it. And I kind of felt like bad for my dentist. Anyway, yeah. So I think this is 1 or 2 sprays, but it goes if you want to overspray on top of that, this Together Weather is such a good combination with this. Like really, really good. I feel like I'm really babbling on and on. The next pumpkin fragrance I have is, this is called Pumpkin Trash Bag. I think, you know, just, you know, like in the fall when people start raking leaves, you can get like pumpkin trash bags, so it just looks cute when you put it on the curb for the, I think it's like a compost company that picks it up in my area anyway. And this has a little bit of a pumpkin smell, but it's mostly like a fall leaves smell. There's like a little bit of fall leaves, but like a sweetness. And I've said before that Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab fall leaf smell can smell kind of like peppers to me, like green peppers or even sometimes jalapenos. I think that that's galbanum. Is that how you say it? Galbanum. I've like smelled it in more fragrances lately, and I think that's what I'm smelling, because I think that's what a lot of companies use for like a leaves note. But anyway, this one goes good with any kind of pumpkin spray if you want to like sweeten it up and just have like a full fall thing going on. This is Pumpkin Delight, and this is just kind of a generic fragrance oil that I bought from a company. I think I bought this one from Halal Every Day, but you could just buy pumpkin from almost anywhere. eBay is like the best source for fragrance oils, in my opinion, that, you know, as long as you're not buying from like a certain like indie house that you really like. But these kind of generic fragrance oils, there's a ton of them on eBay. This is really good. This is more like just the spices that would go in pumpkin spice. Like I can smell nutmeg. It has a lot of nutmeg actually. And I think nutmeg is my favorite like fall spice to smell. And this would go really good with like that pumpkin swirl cake or any kind of even vanilla or this honey. And what else do I have? Oh, I pulled out my little Inspired by Scandal by Impressive Bliss. This is so great. This is such a great fall scent because there's so much honey and spices and patchouli, but also smells really good with any kind of like pumpkin-y. It just smells kind of like if they added pumpkin to this, that would be such a cool flanker. And then, oh, just a plain creamy sandalwood. Any sandalwood you can buy, just a plain oil. Not the Santal that can be kind of pickly and fresh, but this real creamy sandalwood. I think sandalwood does kind of just remind me of gourds, like this kind of creamy, powdery sandalwood. I think mixes really well with any kind of spicy vanilla type of fragrance for fall. And then one more in here I have that's kind of weird actually. What's this one? Not that one. This is Solstice Scents. This is my favorite indie house, I'm pretty sure. And I wish I could just tell you to hold out and wait and buy your Halloween pumpkin-y fragrances from her, because I think she does a really good job, but like she also puts them out on October 15th, usually right around there. And she hasn't said anything yet on, like, I keep up with Solstice Scents on Facebook. She hasn't announced it. I just think like she should do it September 15th. I don't know what her reasons are, but like I said, I got mine last year on it was either Halloween or November 1st. And she's got these great pumpkin fragrances, like just all kinds of like pumpkin patch and scarecrow. I think there's one called like Jack and the Devil. There's one called like Patches, and it's based on like a scarecrow. She definitely has like a pumpkin latte scent. I don't know, like I just don't want that on November 1st. But there's this one that may or may not be available now, and it's called Maine Moon, and it's like chocolate, caramel, hay, popcorn. To me, I don't even like this fragrance that much, but I do think it pairs well with these pumpkin-y vanilla fragrances, because this kind of smells, this is going to sound weird, but it smells like cornbread stuffing to me. Like it really does, but in like a cartoony way. Like if you were watching an old school like Donald Duck Thanksgiving and there was like steaming cornbread stuffing. That's what it reminds me of. And I really like it for fall. I just don't I don't like it that much in general. Like I don't really want to buy like a full bottle, but I have been enjoying sniffing it and just putting a little bit, like I'll put a little bit like just on my thumb. But anyway, that's what I've been kind of messing with right now. Just kind of pulling out my pumpkin fragrances and trying them out and seeing what goes well together. What about you? Do you have a lot of pumpkin stuff? Are you into pumpkin? Are you gonna buy any pumpkin stuff? Let me know, and we'll talk real soon. Bye-bye. Subscribe.